Hi, this is Bob the Builder, and our project is JPJ Lesson, which is a modernized driver education system used to standardize the driving schools in Malaysia. So there is a problem with this current driving lesson system in Malaysia, which leads to decreased readiness of trainees due to inefficient scheduling and also insufficient training, meaning the trainees are not trained enough before they actually get on the road, or even if they pass the test, they are not confident because they have not trained enough. Although JPJ do have a rule of setting that the trainees must have at least 15.5 hours of training before they test, but this whole lesson is expanded throughout 2 or 3 months, so it is simply not saturated or not enough for the students or the trainees to be familiar with driving. So another problem is the trainees might spend more time queuing than practicing in the driving centers due to limited car access. With this app, the trainees can actually increase their training time by training at home or train while queuing. Okay, so I can switch to D gear to start driving. Okay, this is the center, by the way. So, okay, let's press on the gas and then it will start moving. So at the top, you can see that it's telling me to do, it's telling me the direction. So for example, it's asking me to hit west on Persiaran Sungai 2. So now I already reached the checkpoint to turn right. So I'm gonna turn. Okay, yeah, this is the problem with Google Map, by the way, because it's actually based on the 3D Street View, so you cannot control how it looks sometimes. Like even if you're on the right route, right, sometimes it might look weird because it's just fixed like that. So yeah. The SDG of this project is SDG 3 and SDG 11, which is good health and well-being and sustainable cities and communities, because this can provide a safer and sustainable transport system, which can lead to lower death and injuries from road traffic accidents. And my technical architecture is I use React and TypeScript for my front end, and I use Firebase to deploy this front end. And for the APIs, I'm using Gemini API for the AI chatbot, and for the driving simulator, I'm using Google Maps API, which includes Routes API, Street View Static API, because it provides like a 3D view of the driving simulator, and Places API to obtain the information of each location. Okay, so you can just access this app by just entering this here. So firstly, you can choose a language that you're most comfortable with. So for now, I'll proceed with English. Okay, so at the dashboard, you can view your next session. Like for example, okay, let's say that I'm not available at this next session that is scheduled for me. I can view this calendar, which is built based on the official JPJ data. They have specific days for specific training sessions. So for example, this person is at KPP02 right now, and for KPP02, it's basically practical training, which is circuit training or on the road training. So for example, I want to reschedule right now, and I have already color coded every training types accordingly. Like for example, KPP2 would be orange, so you can view directly on this calendar which day is available for reschedules. Okay, let's say I want to reschedule on 28. Okay, then you can request, and it's a rule that if you want to request reschedule, you need a payment. So yeah, and okay, the point is that for practical training, which is the most important part in the JPJ lesson here, is that you can track your progress. So for example, in the first class, my trainer is very unsatisfied with my work because I forget to turn on signal, blah blah blah. So I can review all these the remarks that my trainers give me, and I can have a better understanding of what do I need to improve on. So now the point is that you can actually ask AI tutor things, and they will reply you with the official JPJ documentation. Okay, for example, how to do side parking, and it will basically fetch the data that I feed this Gemini, which is the official JPJ documentation. For the future roadmap, I'm working on an internal circuit simulator, which includes the 3D version of side parking, ramp, and 3-pointer, so that the users can practice their skills.